Are we ready? Can you hear me?
Holla.
I can see you.
I will pretend that I like you, and I shall get closer.
That is the sweetest thing.
Let me fix my ear do. That's what I say when my dog's ears are messed up.
Your ear do?
You gotta fix your ear do.
That's so cute.
You look ridiculous.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Hey everybody, it's Abby, your Everyday Mermaid, and this is
Lauren,
my Mergal pal, and you are listening to the Everyday Mermaid podcast.
Yay!
And I just thought about this. We are on episode 41, but if you're like just tuning in for the first time, because I feel like our topic today might get some new followers,
Maybe
some new listeners, but
wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, well, we're talking about the fact that the Little Mermaid has cast their Ariel for the live action film, and whoa,
What movie is that?
oh, you know, the one that kind of encompasses our entire project that we do here at the Everyday Mermaid podcast.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
But for those that are like just tuning in and have no idea like what this is about, so I consider myself a professional mermaid of sorts, where I have tails and I go swim, and
You've got one or two tails.
yeah. I shoot video underwater in my tails, and that's what I do for my life.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren here, we wouldn't consider you like a pro mermaid because you don't get, you don't go do parties as mermaids or anything like that.
I've like swum in a tail once.
One time. But she, you and I, we were character performers together in other realms, and you and I have just been friends for a long time, and as far as like the mermaid world is concerned, you have a great perspective, and that is why we are here.
I have dove
Dived
pretty deeply into it.
Yep.
English was not our majors.
Yeah, whatever that term is. Yes.
I swim deep.
Yes.
I swim deep in the world.
So we are here. We talk about mermaid stuff. We have a hashtag Jodi moment for Jodi Benson, the voice of Little Mermaid. So, if you're interested in the mermaid world at all, we do venture off into the Disney realm quite a bit. So even if you're just into Disney stuff, I mean, we probably will talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a little bit about us. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yes. But to continue our conversation.
Right.
Last night we were at the Pearl Diver. We're here in Nashville, Tennessee, doing our gig with the River Queens.
Treat yourself Sunday.
That's right. River Queen Voyages here in Nashville hosts this event at Pearl Diver, which is the perfect place for a mermaid to be. And so I was there in my tail, taking pictures with everybody, and all of a sudden, I did not like hear thunder or anything. It just started raining.
It's because I sat down next to you.
Yeah.
It's my magical
we
gift.
were like, wait, where did this come from?
When Lauren sits next to a mermaid,
Rain
it rains.
follows. Lauren. No, that's only happened. This is the first time that's ever happened.
No, it happened with Lyndon too, didn't it?
Oh my gosh. This is something we need to track. You have the power of water. But anywho, so it started raining.
Yes,
out of the blue.
It did.
And thankfully my husband, Ben, was there. He picked me up really quick. Picked me up.
Scooped.
Yeah, like just picked me up and walked me over to the other area because I was in a tail. Of course, can't walk. But these gals in like a booth area that was covered, watching the whole thing. They walked up to me later and like sent Ben and I photos. They took photos of Ben like carrying me in the rain, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, like did y'all just meet? Like y'all are gonna fall in love."
Oh my god.
And we've come up with this whole story for you. Like this guy like swoops you up in the rain, and now you're like destined to be together. And we were like, well, we are destined to be together, but we've been together for like, I don't know, a long time. Like we're married already.
Married.
They're like, what? No.
Wait, why is that a bad baby.
Oh.
You're married to your mer wrangler. I think
know.
that's rather romantic.
But they really wanted it to be like this random guy swooping up the mermaid out of the
funny.
rain. They were really upset that was not. They're like, well, today, this is your love story today.
Whilst all of your friends abandoned you
I know.
in the downpour.
It's like, okay, I'll be here. Yeah, but I thought it was so funny, and so we'll post a pic in the video version of this. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's going on in other mermaid news?
Okay, mermaids. I almost called like an emergency recording of this.
I mean, this basically is an
This
emergency
basically
recording.
is because we like threw ourselves together. Like I have half a face of makeup on. My hair's in a bun. Ben was like, "You really should like wash your hair like for this." But we're here. Emergency session.
We did it. We're going it. We got it.
So they announced who's playing Ariel for the live action Little Mermaid. It is Halle Bailey. Yes.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
Okay. Well, I mean, at first I was like, wait, Halle Berry?
know.
Isn't she a little old?
She also tweeted at Halle Bailey about it because there was a lot of confusion.
Did she?
Yes, in regards.
Well,
I don't remember what the
glad it
tweet
wasn't-
said, but she was just like, "Congratulations, honey,"
Oh my
or
gosh.
something. It's great. You know, it's
Yeah.
very wholesome.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you were not the only mer
Okay, good.
confused.
Yeah. But then I realized that I can't read, and it said Halle Bailey, and I was like, I don't know who this girl is.
Yeah, neither do I. So something you really have to understand about both Abby and I, as much as deep into this world as we are, Beyonce is not somebody we follow on the reg.
I love her.
Oh yeah,
she is the queen bee.
we understand
respect
her place in the world.
Yes.
We absolutely her place in the hierarchy.
Of
which is
course.
like how here,
up there.
right here.
I don't
you
think
can't
you
see
can
it
see it, but
because I'm reaching up real high,
It's way up there.
but it's up there.
Yeah.
She's
So high.
top of the pyramid. All the good fun stuff. So I don't know. I didn't know anything. I bless my phone, my Google News, because it was
Oh.
like, hey, do you not know this girl? We'll tell you.
Yeah,
Here's
let us.
all the articles about her. I'm like, great. Thank you, Google. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, you know, the first thing that I saw obviously was a photo.
Right.
And guys, she is black.
Mm.
And you know, apparently that was like a huge like thing for people, but that was not my first
I don't have time
thought.
for those people.
No, I was like, who is this chick? She's beautiful, but I don't know who she is.
I've never, yeah. So the article that I read about her, it was like, you know, it just said that she and her sister Chloe
Yes.
uploaded a video to YouTube.
YouTube.
Of doing a cover of a Beyonce song.
Yep.
And then they got to open for her Lemonade tour.
And then she signed them to her management company. And that was it.
Up there. She up there, guys.
It's way up there, y'all.
Right up
Like you said in a text message to me at some point, Beyonce is the road to all knowledge.
That's right. I did say that, didn't I? That's right. I was like, this is why we need to follow her.
I know.
Because she leads to knowledge.
So,
All things.
yeah, I have changed my ways. I'm now following
Yes.
Beyonce on all the platforms. So we're late to the train, but we're here. So,
This is me.
Yeah.
Jumping aboard the Bay train.
but I Googled her because I was like, all right, everyone that listens to our podcast regularly knows how we feel about the Beauty and the Beast situation.
Right. That is a sitch.
About the not being able to sing situation as a Disney princess.
There were a variety of situations. around
Yeah,
that
there were
movie.
a lot, but my big one was, girl, you got to be able to sing without the auto tune.
Guess what Halle can do?
Y'all, not only can she sing, but she can sang. You know, like
That's a Southern term for y'all who don't know. She's a good girl singer.
she is a great singer. I Googled her and I was like, we're trying to find like things of her singing or whatever.
Right. Well, I watched the video, the one of her and her sister doing the Beyonce song,
Oh, okay. Yes.
the earliest one.
Yes.
Those are some clear tones, guys.
So clear, and just her voice is so like angelic, and just the way that she looks like Ariel. I don't care what anybody else says. She looks like Ariel, and she sounds like Ariel, because as soon as she started talking in one of these interviews, I was like,
yeah,
sold. I love you so much.
Yeah, so Abby and I were talking a little bit downstairs about the controversy, as it were, behind Halle Bailey being picked as Ariel. And I just can't, I fluke off.
Yeah.
Please.
I did not realize that it's frustrating, because I am very deep into the mermaid community. And some of these mermaids are flipping the freak out.
They real salty.
That Ariel is black.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I just, like, I don't even know where to, like, put you in a category, because this is ridiculous. Don't know. Well, yeah. So, like, literally I've been, like, unfriending and unfollowing these people, because
I don't have, first of all, can just climb back into the cave that you live in.
For sure.
Please.
Like, the hashtag not my Ariel was trending on July 4th, if that says anything at all.
I don't
about
hate many
this
things
world.
in this world, and I hate that. I
Yep.
hate it.
Yep.
Hate it.
Freeform put out a statement.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty scathing about it all, and I'm totally, like, I'm with them. I think that Halle is the perfect, like, Disney did not just, like, go pick a random person because of the color of her skin. They, like, cast seriously, and
she's been in the running for a long time.
Yes.
She's been in the running since they first thought of doing the live action.
Yeah, and apparently it was abundantly clear that she was the choice because of the way that just her aura and her just the way that she talks and sings. Like, she is the perfect Ariel. And a lot of people are also concerned that she doesn't have red hair, and I'm like, y'all, that's what wigs are for. Like, she may have red hair, she may not. I do think that is a very key element in the cartoon series.
Yeah.
But, they will do it tastefully, I am sure. Like, whatever they choose to do with her hair.
Also, you know what a mermaid is, right? They're fictional.
She's a mythical creature, everyone. Just keep that in the back of our sweet little minds. She doesn't have to be, she's not white, she's not black. So Hans Christian Andersen, yes, he was Danish, but so mermaids were around before he came up with the Little Mermaid. He had to base the Little Mermaid on something that he derived from other cultures, other storytellers. Like, the Little Mermaid is based on what he heard about. I mean, like, mermaids, like, the whole thing about mermaids has been around for a while.
You know what was around before then? Sirens. Do you know what sirens did? They sang songs to lure men to their death.
And they eat them. Yeah, my friend Suha she did a really good job kind of putting it into perspective for everyone. She said, a friendly reminder that The Little Mermaid is based on a book by Hans Christian Andersen published in 1837 where, quote-unquote, Ariel has her tongue ripped out in exchange for feet that bleed the entire time she's on land, by the way.
And are meant to feel like there are knives in her feet every time she steps.
Every time she moves. She comes on land to try to win the prince's love in order to steal part of his soul, because apparently mermaids don't have souls.
Right, mermaids don't have souls.
But they live for 300 years, so I guess... you win some, you lose some. She fails, and the prince marries someone else. She contemplates murdering him in his bed, but can't bring herself to do it, so she dies / melts into sea foam. By the way, her skin is green.
All right.
She said, there, now I've ruined your childhood, and you can stop complaining about the casting choice of a Disney remake about fish people. So I thought she put it pretty good. Like, that's a good way to put it.
Also, all right, let's say you've decided to ignore the source material entirely. The source material of just, how the Hans Christian Andersen story became the movie. Fine. You want to ignore that? Cool. Great. Green skin, whatever. So let's take a look at this movie then. Well, I'm sorry, Sebastian.
He's Jamaican, man. Can't overlook that one.
The music is Caribbean style.
It's really it's comical that we're having such an issue about this.
I can't even believe we're having this conversation right now.
Lauren
what
just
did
dropped
I know.
Triton
I'm really.
because
Oh my
she is
gosh,
so
I do
passionate.
have. Now that I know who Ariel is, though.
Oh yeah.
I'm really gonna need Idris Elba to play King Triton.
Oh. I hear Terry Crews is in for the
I
wedding.
did hear that, and don't get me wrong, I love me some Terry Crews. He
Yeah.
would be amazing
He'd be
and
pretty
hysterical,
great.
and his pecs would wiggle all over the place.
For sure.
But can we talk about somebody who is like inherently can be terrifying? Idris Elba. Have you ever watched him in Luther? Oh my gosh, he's friends with a serial killer.
I don't watch those scary things.
that's
You
true,
know
you
I don't
don't.
watch that.
I'm like when he rages at Ariel, which I'm sure will actually happen.
He's a human. You're a mermaid.
Ha! Who? Can we talk about some Idris Elba rage? Like,
Is it good? Is it good?
Oh, it's so good. I'm
Oh,
just here
man.
for it in my brain. Like, I just really like the image in my brain. But I will also be quite pleased with Terry Crews because he's highly enjoyable.
At this point, I'm like, whatever y'all plan to do, I'm sold with your choices so far. Well, Melissa McCarthy, I'm sure she'll be great. I just have no idea.
I just have a question. I would also, like, Ursula is based on a drag queen.
I know. I was really thinking a drag queen would be Ursula.
I
was
don't
kind
know
of
why
looking
we
forward to
can't
that.
have a drag queen be Ursula. Like, that really confuses me. Her entire look
Is based on.
is drag queen inspired.
Yeah. I don't know. They may have, you choose your battles, right? So they may have just had to do that. But, I mean, I like Melissa McCarthy. I think she's pretty great. So we'll just see. We'll see. But,
What did I say downstairs, though? I said something rather poetic. I was just like, can she sing? Yeah. Is she beautiful? Yeah.
Yep.
Can she act? Yeah. She checks all the boxes, guys.
all the boxes, friends. Let Disney do their job and stop complaining and go do something important. This is not important.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's really not. And there's one argument. It did cross my mind. A few people were like, what happens at the parks now? Is Ariel gonna be black or white? What's gonna happen? And
I think a huge part of that depends on whether or not she signs her rights to her image to Disney.
well, so yes, I agree with that. And most of the time they don't. But I think that with these live actions, okay, we were just at the parks. We were just at Disneyland when Aladdin was like full-fledged, like
True.
all the things. I did not see any merch or anything with what's her name? I can't remember.
Jasmine?
Yeah, the gal that played Jasmine. I did not see any thing that was like specifically her face or Will Smith as the genie. It was all the classic cartoon characters.
Yeah, that's true.
And even with Cinderella, you still see the classic Cinderella at
Naomi
the parks.
Scott.
Naomi Scott, that's
Thank
right.
you.
I can't believe it. Thank you. With Cinderella, you don't see that fluffy, poofy dress that she wears. You see the classic Cinderella for the meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw Frozen at the Hyperion, right? Yes.
Yes.
And I always question myself now because
know.
I can't remember how to say it properly. But and every now and then at the Hyperion, a black actress plays Elsa. So I'm like, if Elsa can do it, anybody else can do it.
I mean,
okay.
There has been a black Cinderella. Brandy.
Brandy.
Guys, Brandy played Cinderella.
That is like my favorite remake of all time.
Oh, it's such a good movie. And then
I
Whoopi Goldberg
love Whoopi
and
Goldberg,
her white
and there's-
husband made an Asian baby.
Yeah, like
Get over yourselves. Ugh, Triton. You're just going to have to stand over here, please. Like,
I
I'm
know.
just going to hold you. Can we, I'm like, let's talk about representation for a hot
Yeah.
second. Because we're represented enough.
we really are. And like, shame on us if we are like, especially the redhead situation. I'm like, There's one mermaid, and she's apologized now, but she was like, as a child, I was bullied for my red hair, and I just want to see a princess with red hair and fair skin. Is that too much to ask? And in my head, I'm thinking, brave. She's got the red hair and the fair skin, and but I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, we've had all these princesses with our color skin, and Tiana was the first one.
And how long did that take?
A gazillion years. And
like, it's way beyond time.
And we have most of the Ariel parties that I've ever done were for black families. So for these kids to actually see their favorite character look like them, I mean, that's huge. And we should give them that. So I do not support this
Hashtag not my Ariel.
Hullabaloo, whatever you want to call it. It's ridiculous.
If you need to sit up there on your Clydesdale, on your high horse, in your high and mighty castle, I hope it rains on you all the time.
Lauren does bring the rain, so.
I do. So just, like, take your castle far away from me. Just move. Just go. Because I don't have time for you in my life. I don't. Representation matters. And we've had enough of it. Okay? There's a plethora of us.
Yep. And in the words of Taylor Swift, you need to calm down.
Hold on to your fins, mermaids. The Everyday Mermaid podcast will be right back.
Before we wrap up.
Indeed.
We got some important things some important people to thank.
On it.
Important people to mention.
Yes.
But number one, we love you.
We do.
As a listener. And if you love us as a podcast, the way that you can help and show us the love is through our Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/everydaymermaid. You can do $1, $5, $10, whatever you want a month, and become part of the Patreon pod. The exclusive things that we do there, I mean, I just post things randomly sometimes, like, True. Just like, hey guys, this is crazy. I love this mermaid thing. But what?
Hey Joy, I love your dress. Thank you. I love the weird twirls.
Yes. Things like that.
Yeah.
That we post in the group. But you do get the podcast a day early, specifically for our Patreon peeps.
Yeah.
And just like we have a bonus episode every time too. So you get the regular episode ad-free the day before, and then you get the bonus episode a couple days later just for you. Nobody else sees that. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that we only share with our patrons. So check us out, Everyday Mermaid, on Patreon, patreon.com/everydaymermaid. We have our friends at Mermaid Cove to thank for this episode. Now, Casey, the owner of Mermaid Cove, is like the cutest little being.
Oh, so cute.
I just love her. She not only has the Mermaid Cove, but she also has the Filthy Mermaid.
Yes.
Which we talk about a lot.
She and I bond over Tideland.
Yes. Over the interesting Australian... It's not my kind of show, but apparently Lauren and Casey love it. Oh, boy. All right. Well, anywho, Casey, we really like her, and she owns the Filthy Mermaid.
Yes.
It's like clothing, like and like accessories and things, but like stuff that you can wear, and that's like her brand, the Filthy Mermaid. So y'all should definitely check out the Filthy Mermaid clothing and all those goodies. It's super cute and just like super clever, I think. Like she's onto something here. And we've always talked about having like a Mermaids After Midnight segment / episode, bonus episode or something. So once that happens, you better believe we're going to have the Filthy Mermaid as part of that. So we love the Filthy Mermaid. We also love Mermaid Cove, and you can they have a store in Deerfield Beach.
Okay.
And it's the cutest. I walked in and I was like,
talk about a place Abby fainted.
Oh my Lord. Like, I lost my brain cells. All of them, Lauren. I love that store so much, and anytime I'm like in the vicinity, I'm like, we must go to the Mermaid Cove shop.
Mermaids need things.
Yeah, but you can shop online as well, so you can follow them, Mermaid Cove Collective, anywhere on social media. You will just search Mermaid Cove, you'll find them. They also are now offering scuba for females, and it's like
Brilliant.
mermaid
oh
focused.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Everything you just said. Say it.
Yeah.
More
Mermaids,
of these things.
Scuba, girls, all the things. Yeah, and so they have mermaid courses, and she sent me a little note. She was like, scuba shops can be intimidating, and so many women just don't know what to ask for, or just feel like intimidated in these shops and stuff. Because I mean, my uncle owned a dive shop. Like, it's mostly men in there usually. So, and there's like a lot of like doodahs, who's its and what's its galore. So you're like, what do I do here? So she is making it super easy for you. Scuba's an amazing sport, and the adventures you can have can take your mermaid soul where it feels most at home, which I totally agree with. So I'm super excited for her to be offering. She does like, it's mostly for the mermaid community.
Yeah.
You can, it's whoever you want to be, you can go get the scuba, but
we are accepting of all races
for sure,
and genders and gender identities and sexual orientations and races.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Sorry,
Triton. See, man, he knows. He
Triton
feels my
is
feelings.
really
He has
feeling your
only so
energy.
far fallen over when I've gotten salty about.
Yeah. If you're just listening, there we have a small king Triton that Mermaid Taylor made us, and every time we get really excited, he falls over. So, whoops. But yeah, check out Mermaid Cove. They do the scuba for the mermaids, and I'm just all about
That's
that life.
amazing.
Yes,
That's
yes,
such a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like mad I didn't think of it first.
Well, Lauren, you know, we can't do it all.
That's true.
We do a lot.
And you know what? The friends at Mermaid Cove Shop, they can do it.
They can do it. Go check them out. But we had to put that out there into the world because I literally have gotten a gazillion DMs about it and about how I feel about it and whatever. And I'm like, just tune into the Everyday Mermaid podcast because I can't like keep telling y'all to like cool it because
Just get over yourself.
getting exhausting.
Just get over yourself.
Yeah.
Just do.
It's going to be a fantastic movie.
It's going to be such a good movie.
And I have no idea, like, some people were asking, like, the tails are probably going to be CG. I don't know what they're going to do with the tails. I don't know how they're going to talk underwater with the hair flowing. I'm excited.
The hair flowing.
Yeah, but it's going to be great. And
Just so long as they maintain the standard of unattainable hair underwater
then we're good. Yeah.
and talking sea creatures.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited about it because of Halle Bailey.
Oh, yeah. I'm so
playing
thrilled.
Ariel.
Talk about a voice.
It's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we got our bud, Lin-Manuel Miranda, on the producing side. So we're going to be okay, friends.
I still want him to be Grimsby, personally.
He's got to be something fun.
I would just die if he was Grimsby.
I just love him
So good.
Well, and then the other character, so we got Halle Bailey as Ariel.
Yep.
We have Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
In talks. I don't know if it's officially been announced.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I maintain skepticism.
Sure. And then we have Awkwafina as Scuttle. Which I'm really like. It's a great. She's got the raspy voice. She's got
Yes.
the funny personality. I think she'll be great. And then we have Jacob Tremblay as Flounder. Can't say that I did much research on him because I was really focused on Halle.
I know the
but
name. I can't remember what he's done. Like, I've definitely seen him do stuff.
yeah. But the production and the filming does begin April of 2020.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He's that little baby face dude. He plays Room. He's in Room. He's the kid in Room. You wouldn't have seen it. It's sad.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I know who he is. Thank you.
Okay,
Done.
well.
Great. That's a great movie. He's a great actor. Excellent. Flounder. Adorable.
Okay.
Total guppy. Get it.
All right. Well, I guess we're all in the clear with that one. So
we have 4 people that we know of.
that we know of, and we know that Terry Crews is in like,
Talks.
you know, not even talks, like the world just wants Terry
Yes,
Crews
that's valid.
apparently, which I'm fine with. That's great. As King Triton, but then everybody else, I do not have any
Right.
information.
We don't have a Sebastian yet. We don't have a Prince Eric yet.
No,
He's so minor though.
Yeah, we don't really. You know, he's whatever. It could be.
I wonder if they'll do 2 different actresses for Ursula, like Ursula, and then
Well, they may have to use Halle in. You talking about for Vanessa?
yeah.
Because she's supposed to. Oh,
She doesn't look like her in the movie.
yeah, you're right.
Things are working out to my ultimate design.
Evil Jodi Benson voice.
It'll be her voice.
Yeah,
It should
yeah,
be
it'll be
Halle
her
Bailey's
voice.
voice, but
Yeah, you're
not
right.
her
I mean,
look.
it'll be her. Yeah, I have no idea. That's a good thing to think about.
Things I want to know. Things
Yeah.
I'm actually interested in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this is what I was going to say. This is the thing I was looking up earlier. So, did you ever see 7 Brides for 7 Brothers?
Of course.
Okay. So, Millie is like the lead actress in it. And she gets married, and turns out her husband lives with his 6 brothers. And she didn't know that. So, he's basically married her to be like cook and clean for this entire house full of disgusting men.
Yep.
And at one point, she makes them all this like amazing dinner after having just scrubbed the kitchen spotless, and they come in and they wreck it all, and she's sitting there and she's like, "You're gonna act like hogs, you're gonna eat like hogs," and she flips the whole table over, and it's probably one of the earliest representations of that. And that's how I feel about y'all that think that you need to have this opinion about a black Ariel. Thank you. Next.
That was powerful.
We can move on now.
Okay.
I could be real salty about it some more, but
Well,
we don't have that kind of time.
we don't.
So.
We're gonna move on, but I agree with everything you just said, and thank you for giving us your opinion. And anybody that agrees, feel free to share this episode with your friends.
Indeed. Ha 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 ha.
Yes. Okay. So, in the realm of this, just so you know, apparently Jodi Benson, the voice of Little Mermaid, is in talks with Disney about like a little cameo in the movie. I'm like, yes, we're here for it.
Dude, what if she played Vanessa?
I just got chills up and down my spine. I would flip out and like legit pass out in the theater. Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
I know.
All right.
Anyway.
You're welcome, Disney.
Yeah.
For that idea. Ooh, speaking of Jodi, we should just go ahead and have a hashtag Jodi moment. All right, Lauren. I don't think you're ready for this.
I'm not.
I don't think you're ready for it. Guess what?
What?
So, Jodi was in Miami for some con in Miami.
Like you do.
Yeah. She was there for a couple days. And guess who went to see Jodi Benson at the con? You'll never guess. It's Mermaid Jules, our friend Mermaid Jules in South Florida. And she posted a picture of it, and we're going to show it to you right here on the video. If you're just listening, you can check out the video version. It's patreon.com/everydaymermaid and see it for yourself. And guess what else? She brought the box. Remember the box that we got with the singing voice thing?
Yeah.
So this thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, this thing that we just
she brought the
freaked out.
box.
Okay, I'm just gonna set this voice box down here and never break it again.
Never.
So the voice box that we use for the Jodi moment every time is from the singing box
Right. We opened
that
it on
Disney
Instagram.
sent us. Yeah, we opened it on Instagram live for all of you to see. And when we opened the box, this came on. And we were like, this is the most magical thing we've ever seen in our entire life. And Jules, Mermaid Jules, also got that same box. And so she brought the box to Jodi Benson for her to sign. And Jodi apparently had never seen these boxes before. Oh! And so when she opened it, she like flipped out. She was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And she posted it on her Instagram. You know, of course, I messaged Jules immediately. I was like, I love you so much. How did you do this? You are so great. I am so excited for you. You met Jodi frickin'
We need
Benson.
to travel more.
I know. You know what? The thing about these cons, it's actually pretty expensive to meet these people.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what would be so funny is if somebody sponsored the podcast for us to go down to one of the cons and meet Jodi Benson. That would be the craziest and most awesome sponsor of all time.
Although I feel like if we got like 50 Patreons.
Oh, for sure. If we had, 50 patrons on our Patreon page, we'd be like, done deal. And if you want to check that out, that's the way that we're able to continue this lovely podcast that we do, and really work hard to get here in time to record, to release tomorrow. I'm literally editing this tonight to release tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. for our patrons early, and then Wednesday to everybody else.
Yes. We're very busy.
We're very busy. But so anyway, Everyday Mermaid, patreon.com/Everyday Mermaid is where you go check us out. And oh my gosh, that's what we should do. We should just like make the goal, because right now I have it as like if we have 50 patrons, we'll get mermaid merch. But I think if we get 50 patrons, we'll be able to go meet Jodi Benson and maybe have something that she can sign that we can like give to all of our patrons, like that's, you know, our 50 patrons. I love it. All right, well, that's a done deal. I'll go swap all that in our Patreon page, but that is patreon.com/Everyday Mermaid. Dun, dun, dun. And really, like, it's the cheapest thing you could ever do. If you want to do just like $1 a month, like you can.
Oh, really?
You can choose like a monthly limit. So we have the options to where you like get stuff if you do $5 a month or $10 a month.
Right.
But if you just want to have a monthly limit of $1, hey,
you can do that.
You can do it, and it don't matter how much you give. You are a patron, and as long as we get to the 50, our dreams and yours could come true. Ooh, so exciting. Well, that just gave Jodi.
I mean, what would we do though? Like, I mean,
Lauren, I would pass out.
You would faint. Like, I'm gonna have to wheel you in on a cart anyway. A chaise lounge.
Yes.
It's like, why is she on a stage or chaise lounge?
Well,
for that.
We knew this moment would come. This Jodi moment.
We've been prepping
Our whole lives.
There's only so much you can do for a fainting person.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting really excited about this.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
All right.
Whew.
Okay.
Bring it together.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Keep it together. Okay. So, here on the Everyday Mermaid podcast, we have a special segment called Nerdmaid Faith's Tale Time. Yay! And we have yet another glorious video from our girl, Nerdmaid Faith. And we love her.
I don't think y'all understand like what an influence Nerdmaid has had on us, because without Nerdmaid like having talked about Lyndon's tale, it's possible that we never would have connected with Lyndon and done one of our most important podcasts ever, like sessions that we've ever done. Hi, Tio.
Oh, the dog.
And then like developed this wonderful friendship with this Mer. So
we love Nerdmaid Faith.
For the win.
Yeah. And she just sent me all these fun stickers. I posted on my Instagram.
I saw those. Yeah. Awesome. All right. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Right.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nerdmaid Faith's Tale Time. Today I'm going to be talking about the one and only Finis Luna Monofin. It came on, about 2 years ago, and it's made by Finis, who has been a big part of the mermaid community. Whether they liked it or not, they made monofins, and we needed monofins to swim. So they've embraced this, and they've definitely upgraded from their old crappy Aquarius and Mermaid monofins and created the Luna, which is made entirely out of silicone. They come in 2 different sizes. I think it's called the small and the medium. The medium is a blue and green color and fits most adult sizes, while the small is a yellow and pink and will fit most kids sizes, but I wear the small one because I have teeny tiny puny child-sized feet. It's fairly long and somewhat wide. It has a very nice sculpted ridges, dual foot pockets, just made entirely out of silicone, and it has some sculpting that scales and fluke texture as well, so it's not just a flat piece of rubber. I wouldn't suggest this as your first monofin, but it's definitely good for intermediate mermaids. So some pros and cons about this monofin. What I really like about it is how absolutely stinking comfortable it is. This is the #1 most comfortable monofin I've ever tried. So I compare a few things. So say that a freediving monofin such as the Competitor or the Mermaid Cat's Hydra monofin, or say a Finis Rapid, you would call those a pair of roller skates or ski boots. Very big, very clunky, kind of hard on your feet. And then you would call maybe the Mahina a pair of dress shoes. You know, you love them and you look fabulous, but maybe they're a little bit uncomfortable. Blister and rub. And then say the Fin Fun. The Fin Fun is fairly comfortable, except for some weird little things, and they're easy to slip on and off. The Finis Luna is like Crocs. You know? It's just... Now, because it is all silicone, I find that I don't get much power with this monofin at all. In fact, I pretty much hung it up because I just didn't like how slow I felt when I wore it. But, you know, I did try out the larger size, and it does give me more propulsion. I would say that it's similar to a Fin Fun in ways of propulsion, but the thing is, this one is that it is a lot heavier, and it is not buoyant or neutrally buoyant, unlike the Mahina monofin. So this fin, it's got some drawbacks, but what I do really like about it is that it's so stinking flowy and so mermaidy. It's just absolutely gorgeous to watch in the water, and it looks pretty good even if you're not wearing a tailskin over top of it. Now, in regards to official tailskins made specifically for the Finis Luna, the only person that I know for sure that will make them is Shop Vancouver Mermaid. And Courtney Mermaid is, like, she's just a humongous fan of the Finis Luna. She loves that thing to death, and she finds that it works perfectly for her, someone who has foot pain, and as well fairly large-sized feet. I, for one, prefer the Mahina, but the Luna is absolutely gorgeous, and I can use it inside my Fin Fun tailskins. Now, I do have the smaller one that I was able to fit, and it works perfectly. The large-size adult, you have to wedge it in. Like with the Mermaid Linden, it is a little bit wider and chunkier around the foot area because of the foot straps and the dual foot pockets, but you do get more control with that. Just be mindful, when you put it inside a tailskin, it will act a little bit funky, especially if it's not a tailskin designed for it. So these monofins will go for about $80 to $90, depending on where you purchase it from. You can buy it directly from Finis or Swim Outlet or even Amazon. On a scale of 1 to 5 shells, for myself personally, I would give this a 3.5. I love how comfortable it is, but it's not my favorite in regards to speed and ease of use with different tailskins. But if you're looking for something that's an upgrade and a little bit more mermaid looking to help live your best mermaid life, then I would suggest the Luna for something to fit inside a fin fun or just something fun to splish and splash around. Also, bonus with this fin is that it's super easy to clean and dry off, unlike a monofin that's covered in fabric. So that's my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Back to you, Abby and Lauren.
Thank you, Nerdmaid.
Nerdmaid.
Faith.
It is mighty pretty.
It's really pretty for sure, and I love the all silicone aspect and her like comparing it to wearing Crocs. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
That can be a good thing.
Yeah.
And we love Shop Vancouver Mermaid.
Yeah.
So, you know, if she loves it, I love it.
There you go. I haven't tried it yet, so I have no idea.
Well, and, you know, you tried. Oh, we should talk about
yeah,
that.
we do. We need to talk about my.
Oh my
I got
gosh.
in the water.
Lauren
I got in the water.
was swimming in a mermaid tail.
Swimming.
Okay, yeah, we just had a mermaid meetup for the Nashville Mermaid Pod, and you actually came and
I
you
was
actually put
able
on
to
a
go.
mermaid tail. Oh my gosh.
You know, and it's just crazy too because I would have been really close to having missed that one too. I had a sinus infection.
Oh yeah.
I was on hefty
All the
antibiotics.
Meds.
Hefty antibiotics for that sinus infection, but luckily I was at the tail end of it, if you will.
Oh, yes.
And oh my gosh, it was such a fun meetup.
Yeah. Oh, it was so great. I'll post some pictures.
Yeah, it was decked out, y'all.
Yeah.
So I brought my Mermaid Linden.
Yes.
And then we got lots of great shots in a Fin Fun with the skin. And so I tried the Fin Fun first because I just happened to be in it, and it was sweltering heat, and we were just sitting there taking pictures, and we're just waiting. Mermaids kept showing up, y'all.
Yeah, we were taking a group pic, and then the little boy at the house that we were at was like, "There's more mermaids! More mermaids are pulling up!"
We're like, okay, all right, ladies, let's go.
Yeah.
So get your tails on.
Yeah.
So we waited for them, and by the time we finally took a picture, I was done. So I literally just hopped in the pool and just started swimming around. And it's been a hot second since I went swimming.
Oh, so how did it feel? What did you think?
So popped out, and I was like, oh my gosh. But also, I felt very graceful.
Oh, you should. You should feel very graceful.
But I saw a lot of what Nerdmaid was talking about, and you for that matter, because the Fin Fun was great, and it was wonderful to have the tail and feel, just try everything all together. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, the difference in speed and fluidity when I tried on Linden's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because and that's just going to be a side effect of having a fabric tail.
For sure.
Is the drag. So and especially with a fabric monofin attached to it, it's just pulling.
Yeah.
The whole time. But then I tried on Linden's, and I was popped at the other end of the pool.
So speedy. So speedy.
And then I made everybody else try it on too. Look how fast you go. You're like a fish in the water.
And that was her goal, Linden,
yes.
Whenever she was making these. If y'all haven't listened to that episode, there's an episode, I can't remember the number, but it's called Meeting Mermaid Linden.
Yes.
We cried.
We did.
And
screamed.
And screamed and all the things. But she makes those monofins, and that's what she was saying. She was like, she kind of modeled it after the fish that swim really fast.
Yes, the fastest fish in the ocean.
You can tell. Mm-hmm. The mermaid meetup was super fun, and I'm so glad that you finally got to swim in a mermaid tail. Hallelujah!
Finally.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. I'm super excited. It's very exciting.
We had Jason.
Oh my gosh!
Full Metal Soas. He came all the way from Alabama.
I am so excited that he got to come.
We had twin mermaids.
We had twins that were there, and Jason was new.
Mm-hmm. The twins were from Alabama too.
Yes, we had three Mers from Alabama.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
We had several new Mers,
I'm trying to
we had a
remember who it
mermaid all the
was.
way from California who just happened to hear about our pod meetup.
Yeah.
She was just in town for a visit and was like, oh, yeah, I just grabbed my tail. I brought it with me, and I decided to come swimming. I'm like...
This is what this is about, friends.
And everybody's trying on different tails.
Yeah.
And oh, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful.
It was so fun.
Abby made a video.
I did. I make a video every time.
She did.
Yep, it was great. It was so fun. Yeah, it was so good to meet Jason finally.
Oh, yes.
He's the coolest.
Mm-hmm. And his little clownfish tail, which was so fun.
I think we actually have a voice message.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
I haven't heard one of those in a hot second.
Yeah. So if you listen to us on the Anchor app, there's an option where you can click send message, and you can leave us. It's like leaving us a voicemail almost. Mm-hmm. But this is after our episode Something in the Water last week, and this is from Colleen the Celtic Siren. She also sent us two of them. So
Colleen,
we just love her.
Oh, she's got to be on the podcast.
I know. I was trying to get her to come to the underwater workshop this weekend, but she had something going on.
I understand.
Yeah, I can totally see the two of you guys podcasting from the Mermaid Parade next year. And I cannot wait to see your sketch derps because it's going to be adorable.
And then
I've got mixed feelings on Melissa McCarthy as Ursula as well. However, I think the fact that we all know her as a comedian and her funny roles, the minute she goes dark is going to scare the bejesus at everybody. So I think that it might actually be a really smart choice because nobody has any preconceived notions of her being scary. So as soon as she is gonna be super duper scary.
All right.
I agree with that.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I challenge accepted.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that.
Down.
It's good.
I'm down to see this as in a new light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's Colleen the Celtic Siren, everyone.
Who is just like a being beyond all
We
beings.
love her so much. Yeah, she was talking about us.
She right up there with Bay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's like way
She
up
right
in the
up.
heavens.
She way up there
Yep.
with Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They just chilling.
Yes. But she was talking about the Coney Island Mermaid Parade.
Yeah.
And how I mean, you know how those, like, the Macy's Day Parade has the people like, well, George, the parade is on. And
I'd really
we're
prefer to be like
excited."
Jeannie. Fabulous Harry. I love the feathers.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, my heart. Yeah, so that's what we should be for the Coney Island Mermaid Parade.
Yes. Like make sure you wear giant parkas and
Yes.
and earmuffs.
The little ear things, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, we should definitely do that. All right, y'all. Well, Lauren, we've said what we wanted to say. Triton has fallen out of emotion a couple times,
I know.
but we
Just be kind to each other.
yeah, you know, I think moral of the story is have an open mind. And Ariel, her skin was green, so that's that.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Like it matters for representation.
Yeah, for sure.
It 100% matters for that. It's not like we need the mermaid community to get any smaller.
No. And there's a lot of stuff that divides us. Lots of hate, lots of negative vibes, you know.
That's not one of those things that needs to.
It's not. And this mermaid community, I believe in us. I believe that we can, you know, we're bringing people together. We just had 3 MERS drive in from Alabama and swim with the Nashville Mermaid Pod. You know, we need to bring people together. Yeah. We have common ground here, the mermaid community. Let's not divide. Let's bring them together.
Have courage. Be kind.
I like that. Mm-hmm. This podcast is sponsored by Metro Merfolk, which we love.
We do.
Clearly. Yeah, they just had their latest mermaid meetup, and there was a bunch of mermaids and mermen. They're in the metro, DC metro area. Check them out, Metro Merfolk on Facebook, on Instagram. They've got mermaid classes, mermaid boot camp for kids and adults. So very, very great place to start if you have never done mermaiding before and you're in the area. Go check them out.
Swimming, yeah. You're just gonna go swimming.
Just go swimming. Check them out.
Swimming.
They are great. We love them.
We
Metro
do.
Merfolk on Facebook and Instagram. Check them out. This podcast is also sponsored by our friends at MerMagicCon. And it's like mid-July, but I'm like, it's so close.
We're so close.
But it's happening in February of 2020 in the same area, general vicinity that Metro Merfolk is. It was in Manassas, Virginia last year. They may move it to a different, because Manassas is very small.
Okay.
They had a great little location, but I think they are looking to try and have it in a hotel that's connected to the pool, because it was kind of hard to
okay. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But we'll have all the info here for you at the Everyday Mermaid podcast. But it's happening February 2020. It's, to me, the MerMagicCon is a really great place for you to meet other merfolk, feel comfortable as your merself, and they have courses. They'll have underwater photo shoots, above water photo shoots if you'd rather that. They have a vendor hall. They're just going to have a lot of great things. And, I mean, in February, it's not like you're going to go swimming outside, so you might as well come swim with us inside the MerMagicCon convention.
That was good. You ain't gonna go swimming outside?
You're not going to be
Let's
outside,
go.
y'all. Let's just all go to MerMagicCon. We'll call Annie at River Queen Voyages and hop in her large passenger van.
I'll rent a zippy car.
Well, Lauren will rent a zippy car. Abby may not ride in the front of the zippy car this time.
So dramatic.
I
Did
know.
you die? No.
No, I'm still alive. Thank the Lord.
She's so salty. Yeah, we gonna ride with some River Queens.
Yep. So we may just all hop in the van with the River Queens to MerMagicCon. You can check them out. Get your tickets at mermagiccon.com. They're also on Facebook and Instagram at MerMagicCon if you want to check them out there.
Do it.
All right, mermaids. Thanks for listening, and we will
See you on the flip side.
Bye.